Contestant number 4 is Orlando Davis. His speech entitled, "This is for the Cool." This is for the cool. Orlando Davis.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster, dignitaries, and especially our guests. Got a question. Who in this room considers themselves cool? Raise your hand. Not many of you raise your hand, but that's okay. I would argue that in America, being cool is important. My life has been dedicated on this road to being cool. And I can remember watching my favorite TV show with a character actor by the name of Henry Winkler. Does anybody know the name of this show? Yeah. Henry played which actor? Which Fonzie? If you had one word to describe Fonzie, how would you describe Fonzie? Cool. Correct. So I spent all of my life trying to mimic Arthur Fonzarelli. Now, as I got older, I sort of expanded that to Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Martin, Cuba Gooding, right? And I'm saying all that to say one thing, that I want to establish the fact that I am cool. Have I established that fact? Am I cool? Right. So in the next few minutes that I have remaining, I want to tell you about a little story of an interaction I had with my 15-year-old who questioned my coolness. After that, I want to help someone in this room who was struggling like I was, trying to find themselves as cool. You ready? Ready. True story. I'm in my kitchen, doing some domestic work, not really sure what I was doing, but I decided that I wanted to listen to some music. So I whip out my phone, my iPhone, put it on top of my refrigerator into my device called an iHome, and I press my first playlist. Another question. What happens to someone who hears their favorite song? What usually happens? You start to dance. So I'm going to tell you I'm cool, so I started here, and I usually start with a little rock. Right? Oh, and I started. Yeah, I don't know, I think I was doing the Temptations. Who walks into the room to bust up my party but my 15-year-old daughter? Who walks in, turns with a disdainful look, looks me up and down and said, "Daddy, what are you doing?" I'm going to be honest, I got a little carried away. By the time she looked at me, I was going, I said, "What are you doing?" I'm dancing. She looked and she turned and she said, "You know what? Not only are you embarrassing yourself, but you are embarrassing me. Daddy, you are not cool." Now, you know, I got to be honest with you. I'm 40-ish. And I can look out into this audience and I can see that there's a few people who can identify with this. As a 40-ish person, my ego is rather unstable, unbalanced. So when she said that, I really only had two responses. Either I accept what she's saying as face value, or I look at her and label her as a hater who wouldn't know cool if it fell out the refrigerator and landed on her head. Who in this audience believes that I chose number 2? Correct the money. You are a hater. You would not know cool if it fell off the refrigerator and landed on your head. As a matter of fact, ask your mama. I had hit right by. I responded with the actual mama response. So I had to get out of there. And the only card that I had left was my daddy card. So it went something like this. "I am your father. I don't even know why I'm responding to you. As a matter of fact, I'm leaving." And I grabbed my phone intentionally and I walked as slow and as cool as I could. Before I walked through that threshold, I turned around, I looked at her and I said, talking about, I don't know what cool. Truth be told, I went back to my bedroom and I sat down on my bed and I contemplated the claim I had just made. I went back over my life saying, Grade school. Was I cool? Oh, yeah. Of course I was cool. Are you kidding me? High school. Was I really cool in high school? Are you kidding me? I was the coolest dude in high school, no shadow of a doubt, no doubt. College, are you kidding? No party got started unless I was at the party. So I know then that I was cool. In the middle of this process, I decided I'd stop and say, enough! I am not going to let anyone from this point forward define for me what cool is. And I want to help someone who is struggling with that right now. If you feel that wearing white socks up to your kneecaps with a nappy robe is your outfit to walk out to the mailbox and check for your mail, and you think it's cool, then it's cool. If you think wearing spandex from head to toe to a health club and you've expanded a little bit more than what you remember, then it's cool. If you're 75 years old and you have on a pair of Timberland boots, Sean John jeans, sag off your butt, oversized shirt, baseball cap turned to the back, and you're 75 and you think it's cool, then it's cool. This is the bottom line. Define it for yourself. Coolness is a state of mind. It is a purpose.